Welcome to another East to West Garden video. And I am Reginald, your host. And today what I have is a new skill set development for me, which is welding. I've wanted to do welding for a while and just been putting it off. But I happen to see that there are a lot of welding equipment or welding machines that are within my cost and within my budget range. So the entry level welders, I think some of them are like $100. This one that I got is, I think it cost me about 140, 100 and maybe 160, somewhere in there. Maybe that was with the helmet and the machine, but it's not like the top of the line machine, but it is a 4-in-1 welder. And so, hey, new skill set to be developed. See, one thing you're going to notice on this channel is there's all kind of different skill sets that you can learn if you want to learn them. So one of my videos was doing drum brakes. Most people don't know how to do drum brakes and probably will never learn, but there's a video for that. Some people have never done packing of bearings. On that same video, you can see the process of how to do it 2 different ways. Well, a lot of people don't know how to weld. I am one until today. So I'm going to get started learning this process. And the goal is to get actually signed up into one of the classes, the welding classes, to be able to gain more welding knowledge, understanding how to apply with the different styles to what I want to do. Because I want to be able to repair metal structures. I want to be able to build something out of metal. But my main goal right now is to be able to work with sheet metal. And what do I mean by that? Well, I have a 1967 F100, and I has given it the name. I didn't give it the name, but it was given the name Mater, and so I just kept it. And I want to not restore the truck per se, but make it better. So because I work out of the truck, and I kind of beat it up a bit. At least the bed, I put the work in. I'll put wood and all kind of stuff in there. I'm not one of those guys that just have a truck and can't nothing touch it. It can't go off road. You know, it's actually not useful. No, my truck is pretty useful. So because of that, I want to seal up some of the holes that are in the floorboard, fix the rain channel because it has rust areas in there, so air is getting in. So I want to be able to fix all that properly. I don't want to just put Bondo or fiberglass and then cover it where it fixed the wind issue, but it actually caused even more of a problem later on. So I want to fix it properly. And I believe I can learn that skill set by God's grace. You will notice on this channel that you can learn about baking. You can learn some cooking stuff, ideas. You can learn some sewing stuff. You can learn some gardening stuff, and Bible stuff, because I be in the Word. Hey, hey, it's delicious to me. So I figured I would allow you all to participate in this journey as I move from being a novice, hopefully, to being a expert in welding. So true novice here, And I make no claims of what's going to happen on the first welding experiment, which is that's going to happen today, Lord willing. So what I have here is the affordable Arccaptain MIG 160 fit 4-in-1 welding machine. So it does MIG, TIG, flux, and stick welding. It comes with the MIG and stick welding applications or cables or whatever that is. It does not come with the TIG, so you have to order that separately, which I did, and it's on its way. It'll be here whenever it gets here. But in the meantime, what I want to do is do the flux core welding, because it actually comes with a spool of flux core wire. So I can actually get started now. I got my little PPP, personal protective clothing on, nothing that is flammable. I got a jacket that is not super flammable either. And I've got the welder. I got some gloves I bought from Walmart, leather gloves to cover my hands. I actually got some bigger gloves coming. But in the meantime, while I'm here, why not utilize my time wisely? I actually even got some bread or some dough rising in the oven right now. So come on, join me in this process as I learn welding. All right. I'm going to take all this stuff out and then I'll be back. All right. All right. So I'm back. I got it out of the box. It's the MIG 160 fit by Arccaptain. Okay. So let's set it up. Nice thing is it does have a service door and setup guide, how to do it. I've seen videos and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take the spool knob off, because apparently you can do a small spool or you can do a big spool. So it comes with a small spool, and they vacuum sealed the package, which is cool. I'm assuming that's because they don't want any moisture to get on to whatever it is. This wire. This is the flux core wire. So it has a little tip that's holding everything in place. I've heard that you're supposed to make sure you're holding this, because if not, it will unwind on you and it will not be a good day. So this is 0.9 millimeter flux core. I think it's equivalent to 0.35. I think that's what it is. So on here, there's also a little knurled thing, and it has 0.8 on it, and on the other side it has 0.9. So the wire would track inside of that. Now all this I'm telling you is based on videos that I've seen. So you may be like, well, it sounds like he know a little bit about something. Well, yeah, YouTube University. That's about it. I do know that you want the wire to unwind this way. It even tells you on the screen, on the wire feed setup, run it this way. So I'm gonna follow the instruction or the advice and not just put the thing, not just let the thing unwind. So let's see. Come on. As I'm thinking about this, I need some pliers, something to cut this wire. So hold on. Before I do that, let me get that. Okay, I did find some old rusty scissors. So that should work. I know that's not the proper welding equipment, but that's what I got right now. So I'm unwinding the wire. I keep my hand on the spool because I was paying attention to YouTube University, and multiple people are saying don't let that spool loose. So I'm gonna pay attention. I'm not gonna let it loose. I'm gonna run this wire through the hole. Just trying to let loose now. Hmm. Okay. Put that on, put this on. This is a true novice. So tightening it down, and I can now let go. It's not going anywhere. And I'm just gonna make sure I got my 9 over here, like so. Then run it into that hole. Mm. Doesn't seem like it's in. Hmm. Oh, it's going. Okay. So it's in, and that's there. It's not the prettiest thing. Then I'll put the little lock nut down like so. And I think that's it. There's something to do with the tension. Um, we'll see. All right. So now I got my ground cable, and all I'm going to do, I was paying attention to this. Take your MIG whip, which is in the package. Ta-da. Stick that in. There you go. And just screw it down. So that's in place. Then the ground, it actually goes to the positive side of the machine. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is actually attached to the whip, this here. That goes to the negative when you're doing flux core. If you're doing flux core, this one goes to the negative. Lock it in. It's just a turn. And then the ground goes to the positive. It says that in the instructions. Lock that down. Now, I'm gonna plug it up and see about getting this wire to run through this. These tips have letters on them too. This one says 0.9, so that's for my particular wire. The nice thing about this machine, it does 240 or 210, 220, or if you don't have a 220 access, you can also do 110. So plug that up. And now let's turn the machine on. Okay. And I'm gonna set it to flux. Oh, it's already on there. Cool. Flux 110. And now let's see. Everything seems to be feeding. go. Shut the machine off. We're ready to go. Next scene is going to be me running a bead of weld with the flux core wire. See what happens. All right, y'all. So part of that video where I was actually winding up the wire, I didn't get it. I thought I was in frame, but I wasn't. But that's not a big deal because there's plenty of videos showing how to spool up wire. So what I got is, this is a 7mm thick piece of steel. This is a 2mm thick piece of steel. This is really too big for this machine. So what I want to do, I'm going to actually go for the 2mm and attempt to run a couple of little beads on there. So let's turn the machine on. I like that little gauge, that little sheet that shows how much it shows how high of a voltage or small of a voltage you should have. And I think it said, or amperage, I think, let me see. For a 2mm, and I'm in the flux core range, it's about 90 to 100 amps. So I think I'm on the 100 amps because it's 100 there. And my feed rate is 18, which I don't know if that's fast or not. So we're gonna see. Okay. So I'm making sure, put my helmet down. It is an auto, I have an auto darkening helmet. And let me just trim this a little bit. And let's see what happens. Ooh. I think maybe I am moving too fast, but I'm gonna slow it down and let's see what happens. Let me turn that up. Let me clean this and let's see what we got. I know this ain't the right tool. I don't have it yet, but I'm just playing. Practicing. To see what happens. It's definitely getting hot, like through there. I don't know. What y'all think? Well, that's the first run. I had it, I turned it up by a little bit, so I'm gonna see if my feed rate goes faster this time. My wire feed. Acting like I know what I'm talking about. It's pretty cool to have that auto darkening feature. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you have to always cut the tip or not, but that's just something that I saw. So let's see what happens. Feels like it's going better, but as far as a bead would be concerned, I don't know. That looks like some trash to me. Let me try a different spot. Yeah, see, it blew through. I think. I don't know. This is sheet metal. This is what I'll be using on my truck, so I don't know. It's cold as all get out here. This is my last little bit, and then I'm going back inside. Well, that's the results. It didn't blow through it, but it's pretty doggone close. Actually, it did. Yeah. So maybe I need to turn it down some more. Let me turn it down. Let's just see one more time. I'm gonna put it at 90 amps. See what happens. Ooh. Ooh. All right, I'm done. done. I'm done. Be back another time when it's actually not so cold because my fingers are about to freeze. I appreciate y'all. All right. Peace.